Can you inflict any damage on our Pokemon? The answer is yes. Yes, I can. Decently well at that. Sage Ping. With a Misdreavus. Okay, they usually only ever have Ghastlies. And maybe a Haunter. But they have a Misdreavus this time around. Interesting. It is Ghost type. Let's go with Pin Missile. How much damage is it gonna do? Okay. So it did do concurrent to how much, their level is. So I'm assuming that's gonna be the case. That did barely any damage. Alright, why don't we switch to... Let's switch to Milky. Let's see what happens. Nightshade doesn't affect Milky, hooray! How much damage is Surf going to do? I'm guessing not very much, because Milky's special attack is very low. Yeah, low. Mean look. Basically, we can't escape, so we gotta fight it out. But I am going to be at an advantage because Milky cannot take damage from any Ghost-type moves. Obviously, I highly expect Morty to have coverage for that, so that Milky is not going to be an instant win. However, as long as we keep Milky alive, and at the very least, we could use Milky as a decent pivot. Since they won't take damage, and then we can swap to somebody else. So yeah. The only damage they can do is confuse us and hope that we hurt ourselves, which we did. For not too much damage. I think it's actually based on how strong our attack would be. Like if I used strength, I think we would do a lot more damage to ourselves. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh, come on. I mean... Okay, confused no more. Cool. We won! Yippee. I was kind of hoping that Pin Missile would be okay, but I guess it's not very effective against Ghost type. It's definitely not part poison. I'm pretty sure Misdreavus is pure Ghost. So that is going to cause some issues. I do want them to evolve before the fight, so let's experience share you. So that we can swap you with somebody else. I'm kind of thinking Doom, because Doom can still gain a level, and it would definitely help a lot. Let's go with Slasher, though, because they're only level 23. Stumped by our invisible floor? Defeat me if you want a hint. I'm not really stumped because I know how to do it. I was stumped when I was a kid. It was very interesting. Haunter. The thing about Slasher is that he has lower health than pretty much everyone else. Right? Well, no. Fortress has the lowest amount of health. And they have the same as Pat. So Pat actually is going to be the lowest health. Well, Fortress is. Well, no, Pat. Well, they're pretty similar. So Bug is not going to be very strong, but we do have Pursuit that did a critical hit and defeated it in one hit. Okay. I will not complain about that at all. Yeah, Pivot, wow. Pursuit is going to be our best move for Slasher. Does a lot of damage, at the very least, so that's cool. Spite, lovely. It was reduced by 4. Well, we have a lot of Pursuit that we can use, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, we have a few Pokemon that can do really good damage, and others that can do almost nothing, so... The thing about Houndoom is, with their move Bite, it's Dark-type, and Dark-type is actually super effective against Ghost. Which I learned yesterday. And it appears that Ghost is not very effective against Dark-type. So Houndoom was an unintentional, wonderful addition to the team. So we will see how that goes, and hopefully it works out in our favor. I guess we'll find out. Definitely want Fortress to evolve, because it'll become part Steel, which will give it great defensive capabilities with its typing, and with it evolving, it will just gain better stats overall, which will definitely be nice. However, we'll see what happens as far as that goes. We just have to wait for it to actually evolve. And nobody's attacking Slasher with like actual attacks. It's very interesting. Is it because it's not... Wait, can Ghost affect flying types? I assume they can. Can learn agility. Huh. This is interesting. Do I want to increase my chance of crit or increase my speed? I feel like we're fast enough anyway. I could get rid of Fury Cutter, to be fair. I never use it. But am I going to use Focus Energy and Agility on a Pokemon that's not... Although, I think it becomes slower once it evolves. Do I want to rely on more speed, or do I want to rely on more chances of getting a crit? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, there is a move relearner, so I can relearn a move. If we get rid of Fury Cutter, then I feel like there'd be a situation where Fury Cutter would be really nice. I never used Focus Energy or Agility. If it's Generation 1, I would just obviously get Agility because it would do both better. But, you know, we're fast enough. I don't feel like I need Slasher to have ridiculous speed. He's trying to learn Self-Destruct. No, I am not going to use Self-Destruct ever. I do not want to do that. There is an option where I could use it to like defeat a Pokemon and sacrifice Fortress. Fortress is evolving, which is awesome. Hooray! Fortress is evolved into Fortress. Naming. Fortress is just trying to learn Self-Destruct again. What would I want to even get rid of? Mega Drain? If anything, Mega Drain, because it's not very strong. But I want to... The idea with Fortress is to keep them for a good while. That's the plan. So Fortress has 81 health, which is pretty high. Let's look at its stats. So it's Bug Steel, which is awesome. 85 defense. That's very, very nice. That's very nice. It is going to be weak to fighting, though. And fire. It's going to be quad weak to fire. But as long as we don't send Fortress into a fire-type Pokemon, then we should be okay. Let's go ahead and give you the Miracle Seed to boost your Mega Drain by a little bit. I don't really have anybody else I can give that to anyway. Why don't we go ahead, if at all possible, and give you... I wanted to give you a Confusion healing, but we don't have one. We can buy one. It would take a bit of time to get to it, but we technically could. And Paralysis, because why not, I guess. Do I want anybody else to gain experience? Yeah, let's put you up front, because you're gonna be up front anyway. Well, I don't know. I shall win. I mean, like, it makes sense for Houndoom to go first. If we can go with our best foot forward right out of the gate, I do think that we would be able to take them down pretty well. If I need to switch to somebody else, then I guess we have, like, Milky and things of that nature. Actually, Fortress, being Steel type now, is immune to poison. They have a fire dart type. Interesting. Why don't we switch to Pat and see if Pat can do some work here. Roar. Okay. Well, so much for that, I guess. Let's try it again. It's probably gonna use Roar again. Yep. Alright, well, you're gonna switch into somebody else. Really? Alright, fine. You know what? If that's how you want to do things, I'll just flame wheel you. That's what you want. It's up to you. I can do this all day. You're gonna use Roar again. Alright, who are you sending in? Alright, well. Rock throw. Haha. That didn't do much damage. That didn't do much damage. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. I lost. Wee. Alright, let's go ahead and heal everybody. I definitely need to heal. It is going to be a little bit stressful doing this fight because I'm afraid of losing some Pokemon. It seems like every time I fight a boss, I lose Pokemon, and it's not great. It's not intentional, obviously, but we'll see what happens. I honestly do feel pretty good about it, all things considered. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and save. Gosh forbid something happens. Let's do this. Good of you to have come. Here in Ecruteak, Pokemon have been revered. It is said that rainbow-colored Pokemon will come down and appear before a truly powerful trainer. I believe that tale. So I have secretly trained here all my life. As a result, I can now see what others cannot. Just a bit more. With a little more, I could see a future in which I meet the Pokemon of rainbow colors. You're gonna help me reach that level. I'm so scared right now, actually. I know confidence is key, but I'm not talking to a woman right now. I am playing Pokemon. Okay. Level 24. So we're on the same level. However, with my speed and super effectiveness, we took it out in one hit. Okay. If it was just a Houndour, that would not have fainted, I feel like. Stantler? That is a very surprising addition. Okay, I was not expecting that. I'll be honest. I don't think Stantler's gonna have a fighting type move. It actually is possible. Use Swift, which didn't do very much damage. Now that I think about it, if would we be able to get Toxic, the move? Because if Fortress could learn Toxic, that'd be fantastic. It's gonna use Leer. It's very risky to use Rollout, but we'll see what happens. It used Hypnosis. Okay. That's not great. At all. I have no idea how long we're gonna be asleep for, so we're just gonna do our best. We woke up and we used Protect. Haha. Use Nightmare. Oh, it tried to use Nightmare because we were asleep. Ugh. So Nightmare deals 1/4 of our max HP per turn. Very powerful and very dangerous. And I don't know who to send in, because everyone's gonna be too slow. So they might just get hit with Hypnosis, and I don't want that to happen. So it's probably gonna try to use Nightmare. Yep. Alright, let's use Cut. Hope for a crit. There it is. Okay, Stantler was gonna be a very, very dangerous, addition to the team if we weren't able to take it out as quickly as we have. Mischievous, that makes sense. How much damage would Pursuit do? I don't think Slasher will be too... What? Both Pokemon will faint in 3 turns. Let's go ahead and send in Doom. Shadow Ball. Did not do very much damage. If we used Mean Look first and then that, we would have lost our Scyther. Thankfully, Doom is fast enough. Perish Song is scary. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, we can just swap out a Pokemon and be fine. We did not level up. I was hoping we would. This is the big one. Wow. If only we frickin' critted. Oh well. Ugh. Still a lot of damage. I mean, Gengar is very, very strong and very, very fast. But it doesn't matter. We took him out. Okay. Well, I'm not good enough yet. Alright, this badge is yours. We received the Fog Badge, and we get to move Shadow Ball, which is very good. It's a very good move. Pokemon up to level 50 will obey us. Also, Pokemon that know Surf will be able to use that move anytime. We can now Surf. I want you to have the Stoop. Receive Shadow Ball. It's Shadow Ball. It causes damage and may reduce special defense. Use it if it appeals to you. So we don't have a Ghost-type Pokemon to get the most use out of it, but having a Ghost-type move would be pretty nice as far as coverage goes. However, we don't exactly have a team that's fully great at special attack moves. Come to think of it. Actually, there is going to be a slight discrepancy. Because Ghost type is special and Dark type is physical. Okay. Actually, that's interesting. So Ghost type uses special attack while Dark type uses physical, or Dark type uses regular attack. Okay, so Houndoom uses its attack stat and its special attack stat. So because Ghost type is special, the ones that would be able to make great use out of it would be Doom and Pat. Neither of which can learn it, probably. I mean, Fortress could make use out of it. It's not a particularly strong Pokemon. I guess compared to Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's not really all that strong, is he? At the same time, it is its second evolution, and it can have up to 3, so... Do I have a poison type on my team? Like a straight up poison type? I don't think so. I have Bug. Bug Steel and Bug Flying. Okay. Because there is a poison type move. How you doing? This is... Let's battle. I promise things will be different. La 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 la. There is a poison type move that I think we can get now. Whether or not I want to is a bit of a different story. However, there are multiple things that I want to do, such as going to different places and doing different things. We can go inside this dark cave if we wanted to. However, it is optional. I'm sure there's trainers in there that we could fight. And I believe that we have a possibility of getting Tyrogue. Which would be interesting because they can evolve into either Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, or Hitmontop. I would probably choose Hitmontop because, I don't know, I think it's the coolest one of the 3. It's neat, and it's only in Generation 2, not Generation 1. Obviously, it's on Generation 3 on, etc, etc. But, you know, it's the newest evolution for it, which is pretty neat. I do want to move Doom out of the way. So until we get the metal coat, which it seems like the only way we can get a metal coat for Slasher is like after, or like almost to the 8th gym, which is unfortunate. Hey, this is my secret place. Get lost, you outsider. There's like 2 people right near you, so I don't know how secret it is, but whatever. Weirdo. You would be named Shane. I'm kidding. That doesn't matter or anything. Yeah, as much as I would love to get metal coat, I mean, we can wow, that did like no damage. I mean, we could steal it with the move Thief, assuming someone can learn it, probably Doom. We would have to steal it from a Wild Magnemite, presuming that would be possible. I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise, again, we would have to wait until after the 7th gym, which is not great. That is not what I want to do, because it would take way too long. Why are we moving? Oh yeah, we have a Quick Claw on him. That's why you move first. Ouch. I am being a little bit risky here, but I should take it out just fine. Unless it misses, I guess. Oh my gosh, really? So, as far as that goes, and then we also do need a, we would need either a Water Stone to get Poliwrath, or a King's Rock to get Politoed. I'm pretty sure. And I don't really know which one I would prefer to have. I'm kind of thinking Politoed just because it will not, because it wouldn't be fighting type. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Are we gonna take it out? I hope so. With Politoed, it's not gonna have the weakness that fighting type would have, but also wouldn't get the stab moves. I don't know how important that is. Honestly, I am thinking Politoed because its stats lean more toward like special and stuff, which is kind of what Pat is going to be mainly for, is its you know, water type moves. I should have used my Moonstone. Yeah, maybe. You're working on a Pokedex? Wow, you must know some pretty rare Pokemon. May I please see it, please? No.